Matt, clean up after yourself.
Clean up after yourself. This is showing a little pride in your work, especially if you have a helper. It's a great job for a helper while you're writing the invoice and getting paid. I had a lady call me once. I went to their place and done the horses and turned them out in the pasture and got a phone call, left me a message. Mr. Cooper, you were supposed to come on and do our horses this morning. I guess you're just like all the other farriers around here. You tell me you're going to show up and you don't show up. So I call her back and I said, I'm sorry, I don't understand. I done the horses this morning. No, I walked to the barn and there's no sign that you have been here. Well, yes, ma'am. Have you looked at the horses? Well, no, it's dark and I won't get them up until in the morning. I said, well, I did. I come by and done the horses. I just cleaned up after myself. Oh, well, we've never had anyone clean up after themselves. So yeah, show a little pride. Clean up after yourself. And don't take it away. It's a stretch after you've been bent over. You push a broom. It helps before you get in the truck.
All right. David, don't compromise your work.
We all get asked to do things or work in situations that we're not comfortable with. And I think it's quite justified that you explain it's unacceptable and walk away. I've never lost any work over doing that, so long as I was reasonable with the people and gave them a reasonable explanation as to why I couldn't work in a particular situation. Just so you've got a dog that's continually getting underneath the horse and upsetting it, the horses are wet and muddy, or maybe the environment that they ask you to work in is too cold and they only need to put the horses the other side of the barn or shut the barn door to stop you freezing to death. And I think it's perfectly reasonable you can ask for these things. And clients actually respect the fact that you have a dialogue with them and do something about a bad situation to make it better.
Okay, Todd, educate your clients.
People have varying opinions about this, and I think part of the reason is maybe they do things not quite right when it comes to educating the clients or giving them information. There's a lot of different deals here, but I think the client's a valuable team member also. If you give the information in the right way, they can be a huge asset to you. They can be part of the team, and they love that, believe it or not. They want to help too. You got to take time to educate them. But remember one thing when you're talking to clients. You can tell them, they're going to ask you, well, what do you think's wrong with my horse? Well, it might be a bruise or it might be a fractured coffin bone. All they heard was, it's a fractured coffin bone maybe. So be careful what you say. It's how you say it. But they can help with the horse. And remember one thing, they really do want to for the most part. Most people think you don't want to inconvenience them. They want to be inconvenienced sometime. They want to be part of it because they care about old Dauber.
Okay. Matt, volunteer your time and skill.
Volunteer your time and skill. Each one of us is given a gift, and I believe we should share it. I volunteer my time with an organization called Spirit Horse. They do therapeutic riding for mostly autistic and young people that suffer from Asperger's. It is a miracle to see these people that are in a wheelchair get on a horse, and it's a different person up there. You say, well, time is money. Well, I spend one day, probably every quarter, doing this. Well, when you're there, the people that work there, they have horses, or they know people that have horses. They will call when they realize that you care enough about giving your time to help others. So yeah, find an organization to volunteer your time with.
Okay, David, if you don't know what to do, find someone who does.
Most clients aren't bothered how you fix a problem. They just want the problem to be taken away from them. And it doesn't matter how old you get. The only thing that age gives you is experience. And still you find things you don't know anything about. The only thing I would say that happens with age is that you may know somebody who does know about something and or a particular problem. And I think it's essential that you communicate to a client, I'm unsure about this, I would like some advice from an expert. And you bring that person in, take the problem away for them. Cost doesn't come into it with most clients at this point. And I think that you end up with a much better relationship and a much higher esteem from the client, actually just by getting something right and admitting that you don't know everything.